This is News Tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jill Newbronner. Here are tonight's top stories. Say goodbye to safe distancing and group size limits. Most COVID-19 curbs to be lifted as Singapore pushes for a return to normal life. The DOSCON level will also be downgraded. It's a sign of the times where daily COVID cases are falling while vaccination levels are high. A property slowdown as cooling measures and global uncertainties bite. Prices climb at a slower pace in the first quarter amid subdued demand. Also tonight, a desperate plea to evacuate 100,000 Ukrainians in Mariupol. Russian forces have sealed off the strategic port city to crush resistance. Prepare to say goodbye to safe distancing and limits on group sizes. Singapore is lifting most COVID-19 curbs from next Tuesday in a push for a return to normal life amid the pandemic. Masks will still have to be worn indoors, though. Group size limits will be fully lifted, essentially doing away with the current cap of 10. And that's even if you're engaging in mask-off activities like sports. Now, the cap on the number of unique visitors per household will also be removed. Now, safe distancing will also be scrapped entirely. This applies to between individuals as well as between groups. This essentially means you will be allowed to mingle freely, be it with a family, friend or foe. Vaccination differentiated measures will no longer be required in most settings. Only high-risk environments will have to keep them in place, and these are events with more than 500 participants at any one time, F&B outlets, as well as nightlife establishments where there is dancing. At the same time, the use of trace together and safe entry will also be stood down. They will no longer be needed at most venues come Tuesday. Workplace requirements will similarly be relaxed. All workers will be able to return to the office, doing away with the current limit of 75%. Mask-wearing mandates in workplaces will also be adjusted. Workers will be allowed to remove their masks in the office as long as they are not physically interacting with others or in customer-facing areas. Capacity limits on larger settings and events will also be removed. Venues and events that have more than 1,000 people are currently subject to a 75% limit. That being said, the capacity limit will continue to apply to nightlife venues with dancing.